So as an example, using the legato tuning with the DM48 tuned to the key of C results in the following notes built in to the DM48. So using the legato diatonic tuning, whatever key you tune the DM48 to will be in first position Ionian mode. That's kind of that's why I was telling you earlier, before you do any of these special tunings, make sure you're in C, because if you inadvertently leave it in a different key, it will have already some sharps and flats already there, and that will mess up your ability to configure your legato B, legato BB, right, and all of your custom tuning. So yeah, so it's just important to know that. So if I were to leave the DM48 tuned to the key of C, but change the custom tuning to legato B, which is the one extra flat, the first extra flat, the following notes are built into the DM48. So playing in first position gives you C Mixolydian mode with all built-in notes. And so you can see right there that first extra flat from the key of C Ionian mode is the B flat. And changing to the legato B custom tuning takes care of it automatically. And just as a note, legato B tuning functions similar to the bebop tuning, although in the bebop you had both the flatted and the unflatted seventh in it, but in this case you're getting the flatted seventh. And as just as worthy of note here, that the first next flat is always in these locations in hole 4 and hole 8. So changing to custom tuning legato BB, two flats, results in these built-in notes on the DM48. The B flat remains, and the next flat, E flat, is added automatically by the legato BB tuning. So playing in first position gives you C Dorian mode with all built-in notes now. This works in every key you can tune the DM48 to. And the second next flat is always in these locations, in holes 2, in hole 6, and hole 10. Here's one more example to reinforce this idea. So legato tuning with the DM48 tuned to the key of F results in these built-in notes. Now this is not the legato B custom tuning, because you can see there's a B flat there, right? This is the legato tuning that gives you Ionian mode, diatonic notes, and we tuned it to F, right? So that B flat is built into that diatonic tuning of the DM48. It's not due to the legato B flatting anything, right? This is an important distinction. So in the key of F Ionian, B flat is part of the scale already, the diatonic scale. And the DM48 puts it there without even having to use the legato B tuning, as I was just explaining. So remember, legato B is for adding the next extra flat in holes 4 and 8 to give you a different mode in the same key. See these built-in B flats; those are not in holes 4 and 8. That's not the first next flat. So now, similar to the previous example, I leave the DM48 tuned to the key of F, Ionian mode, but change the custom tuning to legato B, one extra flat. So the following notes are built in to the DM48. Playing first position gives you F Mixolydian mode with all built-in notes. There's your F, G, A, B flat, of course. C, D, E flat. There's that E flat that just got added by the Legato B tuning. So as you can see right there, on hole 4 and 8, there's the E flat. That's where the first next flat lives, right? So the F Ionian scale has that B flat by default, right? And holes 2 and 6 and 10, right? And the DM48 and the Legato tuning will make sure it's there for you. The first extra flat, the next flat from the key of F Ionian mode, is that E flat. So changing to Legato B custom tuning takes care of it automatically. Let's change the custom tuning to Legato BB and see what notes are built in. That B flat stays there because that's built into the F Ionian mode, right? And the second next flat, E flat, also carries over from Legato B tuning into the Legato BB tuning, and that third next flat added is A flat, automatically added by Legato BB custom tuning. So playing in first position, it gives you, with the Legato BBB tuning, gives you F Dorian mode with all built-in notes: F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. And there you go. And there's that A flat in holes 2, 6, and 10. The third next flat is always in those spots. Here's some more examples. Let's compare the previous two examples to reinforce the concepts here. So here's custom tuning. We're using Legato. Okay, it means no added flats or sharps. So the built-in notes are diatonic to the Ionian mode, and we're going to tune the harmonica to C, and so that's C Ionian. So here we are. It's the key and the mode. It's C Ionian. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. No sharps or flats. Now here's the other example. Using Legato, right? Built-in notes are diatonic to the Ionian mode, and you tune the harp to key of F Ionian, and here you go. You got your F Ionian, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. That's the DM48 puts that B flat there because you tuned it. You were in the Legato tuning, which doesn't have any added sharps or flats, and you said put it in F, and so F by default has that B flat. So the diatonic notes in F Ionian include that first flat, B flat. Now, we're going to start highlighting the diatonics in bold red. Okay, so here we are in Legato B, one added flat custom tuning, right? Adds the next flat to the built-in diatonic notes, okay, that we're going to tune the harp to C, which is Ionian, and that Legato B is going to add the first next flat, which in this case is the first flat. So you can see there, C Mixolydian, that B flat at the top of the scale gives you and that's the first flat, and you can see it's right there in holes 4 and 8. That's where the first next flat always lives. So Legato B adds that first flat. Let's highlight the added flats in bold green. Now let's do that other example, the F, right? Legato B again adds the next flat to the built-in diatonic notes. So F, tune the harp to F, which always is referring to F Ionian, and then we've got Legato B, which adds adds the next flat. So the B flat's already there because you tuned it to F, so it adds that next flat, and that is the E flat. So now you can see now that's the first next flat, and look, that's right there in holes 4 and 8 where it's supposed to be, where it always is. Okay, one more. Let's go to Legato BB. That's adding 2 next flats to the built-in notes on from the Legato B. Oh, okay, adds the second, so I kind of wrote it in there weirdly. It adds the second next flat to the built-in notes from Legato B. So this is just like a progression. It's adding the next one. So we're tuned, again, the first example was tuning it to C, which by default doesn't have any sharps or flats. So you can see Legato BB adds 2 flats, and so that's B flat and E flat, the first 2. Big evil animals dig graves carrying forks, right? B, E. And so there they are. And the first flat is in holes 4 and 8, where it's supposed to live, and then the second next flat is the E flat and lives in holes 2, 6, and 10, right where it always is. And so those are highlighted again in bold green. And now jump down to that second example, which is F, and using the Legato BB, and you can see that there's the scale with that bold red. That's built into F Ionian. That's not included in the Legato BB. Legato BB adds the 2 next flats, right? And so in this case it adds E flat and A flat, because the B flat's already there. So it adds the 2 next flats. So this is helpful just to kind of, so you can wrap your head around the notion of flats that are already part of the Ionian, and then when you change to the Legato B or BB tuning, what the effect is, right? All right, let's show one final example to illustrate something that you might not realize. So here we are with the Legato tuning. Built-in notes are diatonic to the Ionian mode again, and we're in the key of D. We tune the DM48 to D, which is Ionian, D Ionian. And we're using Legato tuning. So the D Ionian, there's our built-in, see the diatonic notes are in bold red. So F sharp and C sharp are built in to D Ionian, and that's just using the Legato tuning, right? It's not Legato sharp sharp, it's just Legato, and because D Ionian already has F sharp and C sharp. Okay. Now let's do Legato B using D Ionian. And so you'll see here that there's no flatted notes in the scale. It just happens that the C sharp became a C. So the diatonic notes of D Ionian include F sharp and C sharp. The Legato B adds 1 flat, the first next flat, which is the 7th scale degree, right? So the diatonic C sharp gets flatted and becomes a C. So we'll highlight that in bold green. So this example illustrates that if the key signature for the key and mode that you're in has sharps in it, and when you change the mode by adding a flat, by doing a Legato B or Legato BB, it has the effect of removing the sharps one at a time in the order of that pattern, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. And similarly, if the key signature for the key and mode you're in has flats in it, when you change the mode by adding sharps, it has the effect of removing the flats one at a time in the same order.